Hello and welcome to yet another video of Life Naturals. Today we have requested Mr. Prashant ji to join us. Today's actually experience sharing is slightly different from what we have done so far. Usually it is about our treatment and our patient's experience with our course or treatment. So today is slightly different video about his experience with his healing process which he himself has executed when it was really needed for him. So Prashantji is associated with us since August 2016 when we started with his treatment. And he rejoined the session in for Jan 2026 for the course batch. And that is when I came to know about past 2 years of his journey where he himself tried to execute specific treatment for himself. So we would like to hear from you, Prashantji.
Thank you, doctor. And it is always pleasure to hear and talk about your way of putting the things and talking of myself. As we said, okay, we met in 2016 at your place. We had joined a session, and my problem was asthmatic and my weight. So, as every 15, 20 days, I used to go to the doctor, and doctor used to give me medicines which used to treat me for next 15 days. And after again that cycle used to repeat and repeat, and I used to lose lot of business and mentally also, and family life also. And a friend of mine who recommended Dr. Asavri, and then I joined her because Ayurvedic also did not help me out. And my kick was when my kids started telling me that the dad is only for sleeping, nothing else. So they were not able, as a parent, I was not able to compete with other things also. So I was not
Right.
able to ask them also, okay, what you should do. Because his dad was always sleeping and the mother was always standing for them. So that was the biggest kick. And at that right time, I got the right empire or the right doctor, as I can say. And that time we had done it, and I had reached a stage where after taking the medications or the way lifestyle of what doctor had explained us, and water fasting, food style, everything was changed, modified, and it was like out of the way. She used to call us up, and she used to ask us also, and she would push us, knowing and unknowingly the psychology of a person. And I still remember okay, when initially when she was interacting with me, she also was so irritated from me because she thought "Okay, I will not do anything. Then I
Usually,
proved her
when a
wrong.
person is so much foodie, it slightly is challenging to.
And you counter argue. And it is always a challenge because after a businessman like me, to get answer and questions and to have to take orders, I can say that it is a
Yes.
little difficult task.
Yes, someone telling and I should hear so and
Yeah,
implement
you
something.
cannot
Yes,
tell a boss okay, what to do,
yes, very true.
and especially a lady.
Yeah,
And it's simple.
that's another add-on to it.
Yes,
Yeah.
but she did it. And how she did it, what tactic she did, I don't know. But she has that capacity of taking things. And this, she must be facing this challenge with so many people also.
Yes.
And
Well,
especially the male people, because they are all egoistic,
yeah,
mostly.
slightly. And usually the food dominance plays a very good part if a person is foodie and likes to eat everything and uh, is inclined to taste, then it's little bit challenging for the patient's mind also to transit and food follow a food discipline, basically a diet.
True. And so then after taking the sessions, after two, I remember in 18 or 19, I had first time visited a doctor for my same problem. And doctor told me, "Okay, you have come to me after 2.5 years."
So
So he
nice.
was also
Yeah, that
really
was nice.
astonished.
Yeah.
And in between these 3 years, I used to walk. I used to take enema, weekly enema, and I used to not follow that completely, but I used to think and see, eat, think, and then eat.
Yes, at least some thought about what am I doing with the food and the body. Yes.
Yes, but I used to eat. वेट तो कम नहीं हुआ मगर लाइफस्टाइल बहुत बदली हो गई and looking at me, my kids and my family members also started the same.
So nice.
And
Yeah.
in between also, whenever required, we used to message, call her doctor, and she used to always guide her right.
Yeah.
कि भैया ये कर लो वो कर लो,
Yes.
and we used to do it.
Yes.
Now coming to this February 24, where I had met with an accident for my left leg, and I had needed to titanium plate, which I had to be inserted, and doctors started with all the medications they had to do because it was a surgery with 20 stitches, and thankfully my other parameters like my blood pressure, my diabetes, and all that stuff wasn't very much in control, which was a positive for doctors also.
Yeah, that is a support, big support for the healing process for the body itself. Yeah.
Yes. So once the operation was done, we have to take a lot of steroids, and we have to just sit on the bed and do nothing except eat and we put on weight. And on the simultaneously, doctor had warned me, okay, now if the weight increases, so it will be very bad for yourself and you will not be able to walk also normally. And since I am now today 53, that time I must be 51, so I must have crossed 50.
Yes, the
That
age was
also,
also 50 plus. Very true.
yes, the age was a criteria. So I told my doctor, okay, I have another doctor who has guided me how to support this. So he said, what? I said, I'm going on a fruit diet. He said, you
Great.
cannot because fruit is sugar. So I challenged him, or I just confronted him. कि भैया, I will to start, and I'm in the hospital for next 3 days. You can take my parameters, check my parameters, and if you say, then I will switch on. So there were a lot of things he tried. Okay, you can eat your best of foods. You have no restrictions on your food, but these steroids will be heavy for you, and this and that and all that stuff. I said no, nothing doing, and the family pressure also started on me, especially the mothers. We understand how mothers are. कि ये हो
That's true.
जाएगा, वो हो जाएगा. So I said now I am doing it. So after 3 days, when my parameters were rechecked, doctor was himself shocked, saying that this is a good method and you have to continue this if you have that seminar.
Very true.
Because
So nice.
hospital में तो हो जाता है, but
हाँ.
then if you go home and then all your relatives will come and you will have a snack party and you have
Yes.
all the parties, that time how will you control, you know? I
Yeah.
said that is, we'll see what about it.
Yes.
So I was on bed for next 3 months, and in that 3 months, I did not take even a sugar, raw sugar, only fruits, morning, afternoon, evening, and night. And that also before 7 p.m. I have to complete everything.
Great.
So I
And
used to do.
only fruits is basically a sweetish, more of a sweetish taste. And 3 months is a long period. Doing it for 1 day on fasting, or 3 days, or 5 days, it's or Navratri 9 days. That is what most people do. So 9 days is the maximum period usually that we hear. Why? Because
Sitting on
Navratri.
the bed,
Yeah. And sitting
lying
on the
on the
bed.
bed, lying
Very
on the
true.
bed.
Lying on a bed, basically. And
Okay?
3 months is a huge period. So, and you
So,
being foodie,
yes, foodie, and it is like everybody comes to your place, they also will have chai, nashta, and all that stuff. What you have, they will also get something for us. Okay,
yes,
you like this, I got for you this. So after few days, people stopped getting me something, and they used to only get fruits for me.
so nice. So once they came, it was a good acceptance also from the
Yes,
family and relatives and the visitors, friends, that okay, now we have to give the right kind of food to him.
because the physios also started by that time. So
Yes.
she used to report the doctor, and when I had my monthly checkup with the doctor, he used to check again and again for me, and he used to always give my examples to other patients also.
So nice. So basically depends the recovery process that the reports basically showed that what are the other parameters that are supporting the recovery process which the body has to execute. They were also on a positive side after such a long time.
Being heavily, because after the surgery, you have lot of steroids to be intake, and we have no option but you have to take that.
Yes,
So we
that's
had
it.
got no option.
Yes.
I used to take that and I used to take this. So I used
Yes.
to balance it. And and not me, my wife used to thank indirectly Dr. Asawri. You taught him and he implemented it. and she respects me more than what I do. Like
Yes,
something.
that's a big thing to achieve if a person has to think that I'm on bed for 3 months and then I decide for myself that okay, now I have to give a food support. This is a big support usually that people miss off. And they undergo some surgery and they take heavy medication, and the food, because they have been told that you can eat everything, they just keep on telling menus in the house, and the kitchen is busy supplying all the menus, and the recovery process is highly compromised. That is what we say, that when after a person recovers, he never reaches to a normalcy that you have achieved, because now that's what you told. You're doing swimming, you're doing your walks, you're doing a gymnasium routine every morning. So where a person is told that you won't be able to walk straight,
So it was
overcoming
a
that.
challenging situation for me
Yes.
because after the first surgery, again in July 24th, I was re-operated because there was an infection at the same area. It was detected I have got infection on the same area.
Yeah.
What was the mistake or how did it happen? We don't know because nobody accepts it and we have no idea about it, how that had happened. Till that time also, doctor said nothing related to the fruit. I said, should I start eating grains or my stamina has gone down? He said, no, you will continue with your diet. There is no
Well,
change in your fruit diet.
so nice.
So that was a stamp for the from the doctor also.
Yes.
Because in
Seeing the
July
previous
24th,
recovery,
yes,
of course.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
So that was a good thing. Again, for 2 months, I was on bed. And
Yeah.
then I did it for 1 month. Then I started eating grapes.
Yes. So the initial immunity that the body needed to fight infection, because however, whatever antibiotics you give, the body should react to it. That is the 50% of the healing process that we usually people miss out of that. So food has such an important role in any recovery process. Is the It's not that idea basically that everyone thinks about at the right time, that way. So even if it is infection and fruit diet, of course, what we will say in nature cure is the immunity is going to be boosted, and naturally, because there is no toxic matter that is generated because of fruits in the body. It is more with the other kind of foods, that processed food that we keep on having.
So after the fruits and enema also, once I could
Mhm.
walk a little bit, I
So nice.
started with
Okay.
enema. It was a little bit difficult for me. At
Yes.
times it used to throw out,
Yes.
but then I did not give up.
So nice. So it is like the most what positive thing in this was the confidence that you had in implementing this routine without uh, going to anyone for a guidance. Basically, that is
Right.
the most required thing. Rather, if every person has this idea about his own health and about what is the science of food and how to implement, and when is the right time when your body is going to need it. It's more to do with the willpower, because it is more to do with the taste. Adjusting with fruits for 3 months, again repeating the same diet for 1 month, in few months.
But I also think sometimes how I did it, what made me didn't do it. I still am not getting that idea. What made me do it?
Very true. What made the mind support the process so much that,
Ah,
yes,
yes. So it was like willpower only, as you say, but I don't know what made me and how I did it. And I
yes,
fought with everybody, whoever I could, but
yeah.
I fought it.
Yes, yes, and it's a miraculous and a very positive improvement. And the way the exercise sessions are going on at present after these
The third surgery.
2 to 3 surgeries in past 2 years, it's a very good positive thing basically for any person to.
Yes. Even the doctors are happy with me,
Yeah.
and the reports are also good. And between now, I'm going to base camp Everest next month.
Okay, is it this is new? Huh?
Huh. Next month, 17th onwards, I am on my vacation on a base camp Everest camp.
So nice. So this is also a very different kind of confidence na, a person should achieve, or reaching this kind of confidence after 3 surgeries of leg specifically, and you where you are going to use that leg, and base camp is not something, going to a small hill and
Minus
doing a
35
trek.
degrees.
That's the thing. So it is not something just go to the little bit outside the city and climb a small hill and come back. it requires many different what I can say physical backing and mental backing for a normal person also who has.
Oxygen level should not drop, so that he will guide me.
Yes, very much. Yeah,
तो
nice. It was really
प्राणायाम है ये जो आप सिखाते हो ना वीक सेशन में, do this do that, oxygen levels के लिए, we
yes,
have to follow that.
yes, very
I'm
much.
sure I will not disturb her, not call from her and tell her this happened to me.
No,
I'll
no,
tell her good things
there
only.
won't be any reason to call because that's what I was thinking. What made you do this diet without reaching? Because I never knew that this was a phase and you implemented. The second thing what I thought about this is usually what happens is once your body has an idea of something that what happens when I implement certain kind of things on the physical body, then it is easier for the mind also to make you do things what it has experienced earlier because it knows what is was the process going through doing a fruit diet in the treatment or being on liquid doing a water fast, what exactly it is. So when the need comes for the physical body, when the physical body goes in crisis, the data is stored somewhere, no? Because since 2016 you had done few patterns of diets in the treatment, so it must have recalled that way ki, okay, this is the right step to take because I have that data previously that I when I used to do this, this is the feel of the diet. So usually it tells us na, I want to do this.
Yes, it's
uh,
basically a mind game. Mind
it's
game,
a
the
mind
mind has
game.
to
Yes.
accept it. And it is out of the way. I had joined Brahma Kumari also before 2013. So that also mentally helped me out how to concentrate and all that stuff. Because physically also, but you should be mentally also in peace. Otherwise, you will not achieve.
No,
Problems,
that is a very,
problems are
very
there
big.
with everybody, but we have
Yes,
to come out, and your body is your best temple.
right. And whenever
So
we work on health, no, it has to be a combination of the body, mind, and the life force. So even in Brahma Kumari, when you do the meditations and all, so usually this is another level that is ignored by all people. That working something on the mind and the stresses and tensions and anxiety and the anger and all these negative feelings of the mind. So when the physical body goes in crisis someday, uh, people really miss on the mind support that is really more important in specifically a crisis phase that way. But then there has to be a background. You cannot start at that point.
yes,
You
and
need to
people
be
support
there.
you.
Yes.
Initially, they will be reluctant or will not, but ultimately they will support, and they will make it a point. Like I used to have, like if I like oily things or oily stuff before. Now they know. Even if I go for marriages, recently I'd been to a marriage function. They know this guy will not eat, or if he will eat, he will only eat fruit because I don't like that salads also because they are when they have done all that stuff. I don't know. So I will pick up my fruit platter if I want.
Yes, so nice. And one beautiful thing you mentioned is now the family and your children also have joined in a positive diet. That is what, we usually talk with patients is you cannot, usually parents ask that how my children don't eat salads and fruits, how to make them eat. So that is what we say, you cannot teach a child. You have to
They
set
correct
the
me.
right
Papa, you're not
example.
having this. You're not supposed to have this. They correct me.
Yes. Yes, now it has become opposite. So
हाँ,
usually
they,
children follow. So whatever parents do, they see and follow. That is a common trend. How it goes with children, you cannot teach them. You have to set the right examples. That is what is said.
after 7:30, our kitchen is closed
So nice. It's a
automatically.
first.
Because
Yeah.
it was like reluctant, and they used to laugh at me and this. But now by 7:30, quarter to 8, it is shut.
True. It's that. Very true. Yeah.
90%, 10% थोड़ा मस्ती होता है.
Masti hota hai. Very true. But that is what is we need to achieve. You cannot reach 100%, but reaching 80% is also very credible.
And it is and a blessing. I'm really talking. I'm not praising you, but your words. I mean, 16 to 24, 8 years. But then that time also, I recall you. Matlab something, some power you have. कि when you speak, that goes in our people like our head and
And
stays.
yeah, and the person listening also is little bit inclined, to think about his own health. few,
Yes.
if we just leave it that I'll go to a doctor and the doctor has to think what I should do, we are never going to find a solution to anything unless and until we take our own responsibility as the first thing, and mind intellect questions, we have an intellect. No other
Yes.
animal will question why, but humans will. That is the thing.
No, no, it is like goes straight in your head and stays there.
It stays there.
Implementation is important, and that is individual to individual. But my
Yes.
weight has not increased after the operation in 2 years.
Yeah,
It
three
has
months
increased by
after
seven
on
to
being
eight
on
years,
bed.
7 to 8 kilos. Sorry,
Yeah, very true. Rather, it went down 7 to 8 kilos,
yes,
and that
seven to
was
eight
also
kilos. It is
boosting.
down.
Yes. And that would have again added up to the help, that the leg, because ultimately, when you will start walking, it has to carry the weight. So it
Yes,
is up to our legs to bear, and the leg itself is in the recovery phase. That is also a thing.
yes. My third operation was in August 25.
Yeah.
This is January 26, and doctors in 5 months they said your recovery is more than a year.
So
This kind of
nice.
recovery is like for a year.
Yes. So this is why what other people miss doing and implementing, because they don't use food as a medicine, and so the actual medicine also doesn't give a so powerful reaction. Rather, the repairing processes of the body are also a little bit slowed down because food is not used as a medicine. That there it is missed everything.
After a month of the surgery, my all my vitamins also what they had given.
Yeah.
Nothing, no medication because
Stopped.
my B12 and all that stuff is exam normal. No
Amazing. Sitting
BP,
on a
no.
bed. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was also said कि नहीं तू खाना मत कर मतलब नहीं खा दवाई मत कर तुझे जरूरत नहीं है.
Very true. So second, third recovery was also more supportive
More
because he
recovery
knew.
after third recovery also the parameters are in normal shape.
Yes, yes. This is
So
the
I'm completely
power.
off medicines.
Yes. So somewhere, just I wanted to make this video for everyone to understand the power of Mother Nature, that she has created a system and maintaining that system. See, the person who can create can easily maintain. That is the thing. So
So you should
creating
have a
something is
confidence of your mind, and you should like if you go a temple में खाली मूर्ति है, and you're asking for that, and she replies or she doesn't reply. You accept what they reply. So it is
yeah,
like you come to a doctor, whoever it is,
yeah.
especially if a good doctor who gives you a good guidance to listen to that person
Yes,
and
right.
implement it.
And little bit of
And
our logic adding to it and willpower to make yourself stand on feet, that I should take responsibility of my own health, and it is not anyone else's responsibility to make me healthy, basically.
will come out with crores of cars sitting in the car coming out. But that if your health is not good, that
Yes,
car will be of no point of view. You will be in the wheelchair or something like that.
very true. Very true. So nice.
It's better to have a small car but a good health.
Good health. At least get down from that car and walk on your feet. That
Yes,
is
till
more
the end.
important rather than coming out on a wheelchair. That is so
Yes, and
nicely.
find a good people. You will always get good guidance and have patience, and you will be always lucky to have them.
Nice. So nice.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much again. It is nothing like that, and you also know we have met after and have joined the session. And again, I want to redo it, and my target is what we have already discussed that we
Yes,
don't
yes,
need to
very
discuss
much.
as a
So
session.
I think your next video will be after achieving the next target that you have shared with me.
I
So
have to
we'll
gain
achieve
two
it soon,
figures.
and yeah, and we will repost a video sharing that experience also now.
So anytime,
Yes.
always a pleasure. Thank you,
Yes.
doctor.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time. It was a great sharing. Thanks a lot.
Same here. Thank you for your guidance
Thank
again. Thank you. Bye.
you.